Hello and welcome to part 4 of my How to Crochet series, Increasing and Decreasing. Unless you want to work in straight lines, you need to know how to increase and decrease to shape your work into toys or dolls. And you'll be happy to know it is very easy. In some patterns you may find an increase is indicated by its abbreviation, INC, and a decrease by DEC. But I always find myself second guessing what it means. How many stitches to increase by, which stitch to use. So I follow the abbreviations of 2 single crochets in the next stitch, or 2 half double crochets or 2 double crochets, indicating the number and of which stitch to increase by. Same as decreasing, single crochet 2 together, half double crochet 2 together, double crochet 2 together. And now you know how it can be written and read, we can now put it into practice. Okay, so now we're going to start off in the round. So where I've now made a magic ring with 6 single crochets in that magic ring, I now want to increase my stitches by putting 2 single crochets in each stitch. So we're going to do that 6 times all the way round. When reading or creating patterns, it is important to make note of the number of stitches in each row so you can keep checking your work and make sure you haven't made any mistakes or even misread the pattern. So usually at the end of the instruction there is a number in brackets, and that is the number of stitches per row. So again, if the pattern needs 3 single crochets, then we'll put 3 single crochets into one stitch. And then the same goes for 2 half double crochets. So in one stitch we'll do 2 half double crochets. And likewise with 3 half double crochets, there'll be 3 going into one stitch. And just so we don't leave the double crochets out, there'll be 2 double crochets in one stitch, or 3 double crochets in one stitch, or you can do as many as you like, whatever the pattern says, but that is basically what it means to increase. Decreasing is slightly more confusing, but it is the same concept. Where we increased from one stitch, we will now decrease down to one stitch. Starting with a single crochet 2 together, we will insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. And then going into the next stitch, we're going to yarn over and pull through again. We will now have 3 loops on the hook, and we'll now yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, turning 2 stitches into one. So we've now pulled 2 stitches into one, so the same idea for single crochet 3 together, we'll pull 3 stitches into one. So inserting your hook and pulling through the first, inserting, pulling through the second, inserting and pulling through the third. There should be 4 loops on the hook, pull through all 4 loops, all into one. Okay, so with a half double crochet 2 together, it's the same idea, but we're doing it with extra height. So we're now going to yarn over and insert, pull through, yarn over, insert and pull through. We've now got 5 loops on the hook, and we'll yarn over and pull through all 5 loops into one. With a double crochet 2 together, you have to work in the added height a bit more carefully. As you would with a normal double crochet, where you pull through only 2 loops initially, you will do the same here. So we're going to yarn over and insert, then we're going to yarn over and pull through. With 3 loops on the hook, we'll pull through 2 loops. Now instead of completing this double crochet, we'll yarn over and insert into the next stitch. We'll yarn over and pull through, and now we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now with 3 loops left on the hook, we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3, both fulfilling the height of the double crochet and also completing the double crochet 2 together. I'll show you that again, but with the double crochet 3 together. So we're going to yarn over and insert, yarn over, pull through and pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and insert the third, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 4. If you wish to increase and keep the project flat, I would advise to use increases more frequently and avoid using single crochets or even half double crochets. The tightness of the stitches will make any shape to your work more obvious, and the frequency of the increases will help make your work expand more evenly. I'm just going to quickly finish off with an example of a written pattern for a circle. It may help explain how increases and decreases can work together. In row 1 we will start with 6 single crochets in a magic ring. Row 2 will increase with 2 single crochets in the 6 stitches, making 12 stitches in the row. We will then increase gradually in the next few rows, by 4 in row 3, by 4 in row 4, by 5 in row 5, by 5 in row 6. Then for the rows 7 to 11 we won't increase but maintain the diameter of the circle. Now at row 12 we begin to decrease, and you will notice how I have mirrored my decreases against my increases to help create a balanced circle. So in row 12 we will decrease by 5, row 13 decrease by 5, row 14 decrease by 4, row 15 decrease by 4. At row 16 we are mirroring row 2 and decreasing by 6. And by row 17 we are closing off. So I hope this will give some basic understanding of increasing and decreasing and the importance of how they can shape your crochet projects. An essential aspect of crocheting is knowing how many stitches there are in a row, especially when increasing and decreasing. It is also why you should never interrupt someone crocheting, as they are almost definitely counting. I really hope you enjoyed part 4 of my How to Crochet series, and please subscribe to be notified when part 5, front loops, back loops and tying off is released. And please share with friends and family who may wish to start learning how to crochet. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.